What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and of course, another day, another ratings day. Safeties and corners have come out for, well, at least the top 10 players have come out for, Madden 22. You guys seem to like these videos, so we'll keep doing them, and we'll keep reacting. This ratings day seems to be the most off, in my opinion, but of course, it's not going to be by much, right? It's going to be a couple of overalls here and there, and I like the main thing is to respond to you guys on what your guys' opinions are. That's most fun for me so far. Replying to comments has been these videos, so keep them coming, but let's get into it. The safeties and the corners. Once again, if you guys like these types of videos, maybe leave a like, subscribe. It means a ton to me. And we'll have a non-ratings video today as well. We'll have a speed rebuild a little bit later today as well, so don't worry about that. Anyways, though, top 10 safeties. We have number 10 being Minkah Fitzpatrick, a guy that I know because of his name and because of his takeaway ability will be one of those guys that people think should be a top 3, top 5. Maybe he should be higher, but for some reason, Adrian Amos, I know I'm a Packers fan, so maybe there's bias there, but I don't think there is. I mean, well, maybe, but he's a guy that flies under the radar, but he had a very good season. If anything, I would say you're right. Minkah should be higher because Adrian should be also higher. At this point, I think Adrian had a better season than Harrison Smith and Eddie, for sure, better than Eddie Jackson. I'd say Adrian probably at like 7 with Minkah at probably 8. I think both of them should be the same overall, but I think they should be bumped a little bit. Eddie should be a number 10. Once again, Jamal Adams, you definitely getting a lot of hate for, he's just a pass rusher, when realistically he didn't play that many snaps as a rusher, but he did excel at it. As far as Simmons, probably should be at like number 3, but once again, a lot of these ratings are only a couple off, so I can't really complain about it. I think all of this is pretty fair. Unfortunate showing in the Super Bowl for Tyrann Mathieu, but obviously still a very good player. I can't really deny these ratings. I think these are all pretty fair. Like I said, Eddie Jackson is probably the worst one here. I think he should be lower than Adrian and Minkah, but it's not by much, right? It's all pretty fair stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know there's going to be a lot of people thinking Minkah deserves to be higher. I know there's a lot of Steelers fans that thought TJ Watt should have been higher. I think Watt was perfectly fine. 94 overall is pretty damn solid. His rating, or his stats look pretty good, but when you compare him to some of the other guys around the league with what they're working with, and also, the percentage of double teams and whatnot, I know people are like, oh, TJ Watt dropped back into coverage. Like, yeah, he did a bit, and that's the Steelers being stupid, but still, he wasn't the best edge. He just wasn't the best pass rusher, simply put. People that thought he got snubbed on Defensive Player of the Year, you're just wrong, simply put. And I like TJ Watt a lot, and I think I'm still really mad that the Packers decided not to go for him. Would have been, I mean, honestly, like, I'm not saying TJ Watt's like that dude. He's like the best guy in the league, but him alone, if the Packers would have drafted him, could have gotten us another ring by now. Just saying. Just saying. That's how big of a difference maker he is. But just because you're one of the best difference makers doesn't mean like you're the, best pass rusher in the league. Very good player, though, and I know we're not even talking about that, but here we are. And speaking of this one, I have to go off of ESPN's one because EA, they had to redo the picture. I'm going to see if maybe before we're done talking about these corners, if we can actually see the updated picture. But look at Xavier Howard. Something's a little off if you know what he looks like, because that's not Xavier Howard. This man just keeps getting disrespected, doesn't he? I mean, I suppose the contract talks are a little unfair, right? Like, he's still being paid as a top 5, top 6 corner, I believe, yet he wants to be paid as the number 1. It's just like, at the end of the day, you agreed to a contract, a fair contract. It's not like he got scammed. It was a very fair contract, a very lucrative one, and he's crying about it. I don't know, dude. I think Miami's in the right here. I don't know. Like, let's be honest. People are always saying, well, he outplayed his contract. Not by that much, to be fair. He deserves to be paid that way. Oh, so you're telling me that if Xavier Howard sucked, and if he was really bad, he would have just gave the money back to Miami? And no, he wouldn't. So you agree to a contract. Lucrative as hell. I'm not crying for him at night for how much money he's making. Like, come on, dude. And this is coming from a Packers fan who, it's Rodgers, but quarterback, I will say, is a way bigger position. But speaking of Xavier, I think he's being disrespected here. I would have Xavier at number 4. If this is my list, I'd have Jalen at 1, Jair at 2, Stefan at 3, and Xavier at 4. Outside of that, though, I like the ratings. I think they're pretty fair. I still think Stephon Gilmore's too high of a rated player. He's just overrated at this point. Like, he had a down year for sure. There's no question about it. Jair just keeps going up, keeps playing well. Jair should be number 2. I like him at 95 overall, I suppose, but Gilmore at 94 maybe. Jair at 96. Xavier at 90, maybe 94, but put him at number 4. I just don't think Gilmore is the second best corner in the league right now. Maybe he will be next year, but as far as last Madden going into this Madden, or last season going into this season, which is what the ratings are pretty much based on, their previous years, I suppose, with last year included, I don't think Gilmore's number 2. I just don't. But once again, it's only a couple overalls here and there, nothing big. Jalen at 99 makes sense. Everyone else, Denzel Ward, pretty fair. James Bradbury had a pretty damn good year. Fuller's decent. Slay had a pretty good year. I think everything's pretty fair, but I think Xavier at this point has been disrespected a little bit too much. 94 overall, I'd probably give him X Factor too because of his takeaway ability. And I know you're probably thinking, well, he's saying that because he's using a Dolphins franchise. You're damn right I am. What? But here we are. Let's take a look at the actual safety ratings and the cornerback ratings. I'd like to see the speed ratings, see if we also have sneaky rookies in there or not. Probably not, but maybe. You never know. We've seen it for the running backs. It could be there. Probably not, but here we are. We do not see them, unfortunately. But as far as speed goes, Tyrann Mathieu, a lot of dropped speed, it seems, with, just overall the guys are, I'm not saying they're slow, but someone like Minka I thought would have maybe been like 92, 94 for speed in Excel. But once again, we're only talking about 1 to 2 speed here and there. Harrison Smith, 87 speed. So as far as awareness goes, 98. Really high awareness ratings across the board. Catching, these guys catch better than anyone in the league at this point. Super fast, not super fast, super good catching. Carrying, no one really cares about. Hit power is another big rating that people would care about. So tackling, Adrian, a little low there at 73. Minka at 62. Jumping, not bad a rating. Justin Simmons with 96 jumping. That's crazy. What about the injury rating? Some of these safeties been injured over the years a little bit, so doesn't really surprise me to see a little bit of injury drops there for a few of them. Change direction. Pretty big rating, actually, especially when you're talking about guys that can play sub-linebacker. Maybe someone like Justin Simmons or Jamal Adams, obviously. Harrison Smith, perhaps. Some pretty good change of direction ratings, obviously, especially if you're going to be playing the sub spot. Juke move, only really Tyrann Mathieu has any returnability, as we would expect. Man to zone coverage, 90 man, 92 zone. Obviously, Tyrann would be the highest for that. So, man coverage, Devin McCourty's pretty solid in man as well. Jamal Adams, kind of overrated on the ratings a little bit there for coverage, but it is what it is. Eddie Jackson with 93 zone, which ties him for the highest with Jesse Bates. Not bad at all. Play rec, low 90s. Budda Baker looking really good here, though, I will say. Jamal Adams with a 95 hit power rating. Some of the other guys not super high, like Devin McCourty, as you would expect. Adrian with 86. Press, 87 for Tyrann. Devin McCourty, 86. Oops, that's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted, but I suppose we finished everything we needed to see anyways. But let's move to the corner. So as far as safeties go, pretty straightforward. Nothing really out of the normalcy. It'd be nice to see what these speed ratings are for these corners. Like, what is Jair going to be? Probably the highest in the game at agility. Well, at least highest in the game for the top 10s or top 20s even. It's probably something like slot corners, like a 68 overall with like 99 agility or something. But here is the ratings for Jalen Ramsey, who I can already tell you does have 99 man and zone coverage in the game, which is, not, crazy, but it is insane at the same time, right? Like, it's not unexpected, but it is, 94 agility for Stephon Gilmore. Are they on crack? Swami's got to relax, dude. He's way too biased on these ratings. Let's be honest. It's him, right? How is Jair not the highest agility in the game? What is this change of direction? I'd like to see it. Denzel Ward, as we know, super fast. Probably the guy to draft if you're doing a fantasy draft rebuild or fantasy draft in general. Catching Xavier Howard, 85. Basically a wide receiver. Decent ratings, obviously. Agility's a little low, but pretty damn good. You know, fair ratings, fair speed. Darius Slay, a little high there. 93 speed for Slay. That's a little debatable. I feel like 91, 92 is fair for him as well. Interesting to say the least. You know, injury, don't really, I mean, people care, but what can you really do about it? What do we have here? Jumping, 85. Stamina, 94. Tackling, 76 for Ramsey. Got to see that hip power as well. Matters. Tackling, you know, pretty fair. Jair should have way higher tackling than that. They do not watch. Are they serious? This is awful. I'm telling you, these safety cornerback ratings have been awful. Jair at 58 tackling is one of the best tackling corners in the league. That is really bad. Like, that is awfully bad. Oh my god, that's terrible. You can go back to his catching even and say that the catching's probably too low at 70 when you have everyone else in the, you know, mid-70s pretty much. But yeah, that's really bad. Juke move and all that. Trying to think. Denzel Ward. Jalen Ramsey. I suppose it's all fair. Cornerbacks really aren't as good at getting to the end zone as they used to be, it seems. And once again, doing their best to make Stephon Gilmore like the best corner in the league in the game when he's not actually the best corner or even close to it at this point. Very good ratings, though, across the board. So what do we have? Xavier Howard being unfairly rated as well. The memes about him not being good in coverage really just don't support the way he's actually played. Slay, interesting. Thought even a little bit better in man coverage, not going to lie. What else do we have? Where's the hip power? Catching traffic and all that, you know, it's fair. It's going to be randomly placed. You know, that honestly wouldn't even surprise me if they don't even pay attention to this outside of the guys that truly exceed in intercepting the ball like Xavier Howard. Hip power, though. 82 hip power for Jalen, 68 for Gilmore. Marlon Humphrey with 78. 76 for Bradbury, 77 for Slay. Nothing really special out of those. Press, 99, 97, 89. I mean, I'm not going to really hate it. I think it's fair ratings there, but man, that tackling, 58 tackling for Jair proves they just don't watch him. They just don't watch him. So bad. That is a really bad rating. Once again, wait, do we see change of direction, actually? Because that is a pretty big thing, right? Oh, there it is. Change of direction, 97 for Jair. As I expected, he would be the highest change of direction, but still, his agility should also probably be the highest. Absolutely insane change of direction player. But let me know what you guys thought of these ratings. Like I said, I think these are the worst ones they've done. They're not super egregiously bad, but once again, Gilmore should not be higher than Jair, in my opinion. And I think Xavier Howard at this point has deserved a higher rating than Gilmore as well. So if you wanted to tie them, sure, but put him at 3 with Gilmore at 4. Gilmore's name is carrying too far here, as he definitely had a down year last year. There's no question about it. Regardless, though, those are the ratings. Once again, don't know what we're going to see tomorrow. So is it going to be, you know, a ratings video with quarterbacks, or is it going to just be the whole damn player database being inputted? I have no inputted. I don't know. But obviously you'll see. Once again, speed rebuild later today. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, keep the conversations going in the comment section below. I've responded to everything so far. You know, I kind of did it today, but you know, it was fun to reply to those things. So let me know what you guys think. As a Packers fan, you're probably thinking, oh, he's overrating Jair here. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Maybe you're a Ravens fan or a Bills fan. I feel like Tre'Davious White and Marlon Humphrey have always been kind of teetering on the number 2 in the league, number 3 in the league cornerback lists. You know, maybe you make a case for those guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!